Convocation is now in session. As Chancellor, it is my pleasure to welcome you to our 310th Convocation. Before we proceed with the ceremony, I would like to call upon Dr. Janice Carty to present Western's University's Land Acknowledgement.
Congratulations to all of our graduating students and a warm Western welcome to all the families and friends celebrating with us today. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge that our beautiful Western campus is situated on the traditional territories of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Lenape, and Attawandaron peoples, all of whom have long-standing relationships to the land and region of southwestern Ontario and to the City of London. The local First Nation communities in this area include the Chippewas of the Thames First Nation, Oneida Nation of the Thames, and Munsee Delaware Nation. In this region, there are 11 First Nation communities and a growing Indigenous urban population. Western values the significant historical and contemporary contributions of local and regional First Nations and of all of the original peoples of Turtle Island, also known as North America, Miigwech.
To all our graduates, first let me say congratulations. You've worked hard to achieve this. Graduation represents a major milestone in your lives. At Convocation, we assemble as a university community to celebrate and recognize your achievements at Western and to wish you every success for the future. Your learning days are far from over. Learning is a lifelong process. Western has not provided you with answers to all questions. At most, we hope that what stays with you is a way of thinking objectively, approaching problems with an open mind and a healthy respect for new ideas, all tempered with compassion and empathy for the human condition. You are forever a cherished member of this great university, founded more than a century ago. We welcome you into the Western family. Again, congratulations to each and every one of you. Today, we also confer an honorary degree upon Nonie Brennan for her accomplishments as a champion of social change and an extraordinary example of power of education as a catalyst to create innovative solutions to long-term societal problems. To present our distinguished candidate, I now call upon Dr. David Sylvester, Principal, King's University College.
Dr. Nonie Brennan. Nonie Brennan stands before you today as living proof that you can get there from here, and that you can even get there and back again, from London's Old North to Chicago's South Side, from a student's desk in Wemple Hall at King's University College to the front of the class teaching at DePaul University, from this very room as a graduating member of the Western class of 1984, Bachelor of Arts, English and History, to Case Western Reserve University for a doctoral degree in management, and today, back to Alumni Hall to be with you, her fellow graduates. Welcome home, Dr. Brennan. A native London, proud alumna of King's and distinguished graduate of Western, Nonie Brennan is a powerful force for positive change in society. She embodies the reality that an education grounded in the liberal arts can be a pathway for a life of thoughtful, critical citizenship oriented to building the common good. Dr. Brennan began her career of innovative servant leadership in Michigan, where as executive director of the Battle Creek Volunteer Center, she implemented innovative policies to improve statewide access to existing community resources for those in greatest need. 2003, Dr. Brennan became the executive director of the Emergency Fund, which she grew to become the largest provider of homelessness prevention funding in the state of Illinois. In Chicago, her current city of residence, Dr. Brennan is well known as a successful change maker, and an advocate for people who experience homelessness. She co-launched Chicago's Homelessness Prevention Call Center, and then effectively navigated an organizational merger with the Chicago Alliance to End Homelessness. In 2011, Dr. Brennan was selected head of the new collaborative undertaking, All Chicago, known as All Chicago to Making Homelessness History. Under her guidance, All Chicago has grown to become a national and internationally recognized leader in proven practices that prevent and end homelessness. Her work ensures the delivery of daily necessities to those in need, including almost $3 million in emergency aid distributed annually. Even more remarkable are her efforts to fundamentally change the conversation and culture of homelessness, challenging Chicagoans and all of us to rethink the idea of neighbor to include the thousands of men, women, and children who sleep on the streets each night. And how effective has All Chicago been under Nonie Brennan's leadership? In the words of Rahm Emanuel, Mayor of Chicago, All Chicago, quote, provides the city's homeless with the tools for independence, job preparation and placement, and gives homeless youth the leg up they need to reunite with their families, to enroll in school, to find housing, and to access other critical supports that will give them what they need to lead dignified lives. In the last 2 years, the system of funding and partnership that Dr. Brennan has built with her team has contributed to a 17% decrease in homelessness in Chicago. Think about that. Her work and the work of her colleagues has led to a decrease in homelessness of 17% in the last 2 years. In recognition of her leadership, Dr. Brennan was selected as a global ambassador by the Institute on Global Homelessness in 2017. She's an elected member of the board of the National Public Housing Museum Board of Directors and one of Mayor Emanuel's appointees to Chicago's Community Development Advisory Board. Dr. Brennan's visionary leadership has also been recognized through special tribute from Michigan's Governor, John Engler, and in her spare time, she teaches at DePaul. As principal of King's, I am extremely proud to recognize Dr. Brennan as one of our own. Truth be told, she is but one of 5 members of the Brennan family who attended King's and graduated from Western, and her stepmother and aunt served as members of the board of King's as well. Nonie has carried with her the commitment to social justice we hope to instill in all our graduates. And this is why she received in 2015 the King's Alumni of Distinction Award. But to be clear, King's lays no exclusive claim to Dr. Brennan. Her accomplishments bring honor to all of us at Western University, to the City of London, to the City of Chicago, and to all Canadians, and especially to you, the class of 2017. Mr. Chancellor, for her remarkable commitment to social justice and tireless advocacy on behalf of our most vulnerable neighbors, I ask you to confer the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, upon Nonie Brennan.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Brennan. On behalf of all assembled here today, I should now like to invite our newest alumna, Dr. Nonie Brennan, to address Convocation.
Thank you very much. Mr. Principal, Mr. President, Mr. Chancellor, thank you so much for this incredible honor. But I have to tell you, let's just get it all out right now. I'm just Nonie from down the street. Look at all of you. Is this an incredible moment? What an accomplishment you have achieved. You know, for the last several weeks, I've been thinking about this journey that we're all on. This journey through life, this path that we follow and move along. And at this moment, our journeys have come together. But it's through these experiences as we move along through life that it really shapes who we become as individuals, who we become as people. When I think about the things that have influenced who I've become, there are really three things that come to mind that really started me out on the path that I've moved along. One is the family I grew up in. My dad was a family doctor and a professor emeritus of this great institute. Give a wave, Dad. And my mom was a public health nurse and a graduate of Western. But you give a wave too, Mom. My parents came from humble beginnings, but what they wanted to make sure was that their children understood that our lives were going to be much different. And so my parents instilled in us an understanding that with privilege comes responsibility. You know, I think the best way to tell you about the second thing that has really influenced my life is something that happened many years ago when my mom was cleaning out a closet. She found this box filled with all my old report cards. And I started going through them. And the one thing that was consistent on every single report card was the teacher sending home a message to my parents that I never stopped talking. I was always disturbing my neighbor. I would talk from the beginning of school till the end. The teacher had trouble getting a word in edgewise. But what that said to me was I was a great communicator, a gifted communicator, and I had achieved an incredible amount of experience as a communicator. And the third thing that was really influential in my life was when I came to King's. Now, I heard there's some people from King's here. Is that true? I hope so. And when I came to King's, it was the first time in my life that I was really embraced with this culture of social justice, and it lit a fire in me. And I have to tell you, that fire still burns today. So when I think about who I've become, I understand that I am a person who has responsibility to be a voice for people who have not had the same privilege or opportunities that I've had. When I think about the journey of who we become, I think about the fact that sometimes it takes the people who love us the most and the people who are closest to us to really help change the way we think about what we're doing and the direction we're going in. I have a friend named Ron Grace. He lives in Chicago, and he's a big-time Chicago lawyer. You know you've hit the big time in law in Chicago when you have a fancy big office overlooking Wacker Drive with a view down the Chicago River and out to Lake Michigan. And Ron's got that view. But being an attorney wasn't enough for him. He decided at one point in his life that he was also going to start a business as a housing developer. And so the first thing he did was he bought this old hotel. He had a great vision for this place. He was going to gut it. He was going to put the fanciest condos in this building. He was so excited about what the future meant for him as a housing developer in Chicago. And so once he got the property, he brought his wife Marilyn to see it. And he took Marilyn and gave her a tour through the whole building, so proud of his accomplishment. And Marilyn took note of everything that she saw when she walked through that building. And when they came outside, Marilyn said, "Ron, do you understand that when you got this building, you're going to be displacing the hundreds of people who are living in these single rooms throughout this hotel. These people don't have the money to be able to move somewhere else. She said, Ron, I want you to make me a promise. I want you to promise me that for every person that you displace, that you develop a unit of affordable housing in the city of Chicago. Today, Ron is one of the biggest advocates for affordable housing in Chicago. In fact, right now, he's working on a really innovative tiny house project for people experiencing homelessness. Ron has never forgotten the promise he made to his wife. But you know what? When we think about who we become as human beings, sometimes we have to take a complete turn in the direction we've been going in. For over 20 years, Larry Smith struggled with substance abuse. When Larry was in high school, he started smoking pot. Now, I know a lot of people might try that, but for Larry, once he started, he didn't stop. By the time he was graduating from high school, he was selling pot. And then in his 20s, when he had his first child, and he felt he needed to support her, he moved on and graduated to selling cocaine and heroin. Larry knew he was in trouble when he became his own best customer. One night on the south side of Chicago, in Jackson Park, Larry started walking through the park and he just started sobbing. And he said, help me, somebody please help me. It wasn't long after that that Larry was arrested again because he really spent 20 years in and out of prison, on and off the streets, in and out of homeless shelters. But this time when he got arrested, he got sent down to the penitentiary in downstate Illinois. And on the ride down there in the back of a bus, when he was shackled, he said to himself, I am going to change. This is not the person I wanted to become. And when he got to the penitentiary, he started taking part in substance abuse treatment. He started going for counseling. He started taking classes. Today, Larry is a substance abuse counselor and case manager working with people who are experiencing homelessness. And not only that, as a volunteer, he's chairman of a committee made up of people who have lived experience of homelessness. And he changes policy in Chicago for people who are homeless. Larry said to me once, he said, Nonie, I've lived 2 lives, but I've finally become the person I always knew I could be. Sometimes, when we're moving on this journey to become the people that we know we can be or the people that we want to become, sometimes it's a very painful journey, like it was for my friend Latorian Woods. Latorian has 9 children. She always wanted to be the type of mother who put her children first. She always felt that she was called to really nurture her children and help them to develop and be the best they could be. She also highly praised education, and she knew her children's path forward needed to include a good education. But something stopped Latorian from being able to really provide that support for her children. And that was the 18 years she spent in an abusive relationship. For years, she knew she had to get out of this house, but it's so difficult when you've got 9 children to think how you're going to escape. For years, Latorian put away $2 a week because she wanted to be able to buy a bus ticket for herself and every one of her children to leave Nashville and get to Toronto. Wait, hold it. Whew! See what happens when I come back to Canada? She would have, if she knew what was going to happen in America, she would have really wanted to get to Toronto. But she ended up in Chicago. what really brought it to a head for Latorian was when her oldest daughter was graduating. For whatever reason, her husband went manic about the fact that their oldest daughter was graduating. He turned what should have been the greatest celebration in their family's lives into a nightmare. And that was the turning point for Latorian. That's what gave her the motivation to leave. And the morning after the graduation, she gave each of her children a grocery bag. And she said, put clean underwear, clean socks, and a change of clothes in this. And then she took them all to the bus station, and off they went to Chicago. When they got there, she had nowhere to go. So she went to a police station, and the police put the whole family in a van and took them to a homeless shelter. And when she was doing the intake in that homeless shelter, the case manager said to her, where do you see yourself in 3 months, in 6 months? And Latorian said, I just need help right now. But she said, I guarantee you, I'm going to get back on my feet, and I'm going to move forward with my life and the lives of my children. That moment was a turning point for Latorian because the case manager saw that she was motivated to really move forward with her life. And so they left the shelter and were able to move into a transitional housing program which provided an education for Latorian to get her certificate as an administrative assistant. Today, Latorian works housing people who have suffered from domestic violence and homelessness. And every day she thinks about how important it is that her own experience helps her treat people with respect and understanding. Today, Latorian is the mother she always wanted to become. And I have to tell you that so far, 4 of her children have graduated from university. And so when I think about my own journey, and I have to tell you, my journey is not done. In fact, in many ways, I'm just getting started. But when I think about who I've become and who I want to become, I'm a work in progress. I've been a great talker, but what that has taught me is how important it is to listen. And so now I'm trying to become a better listener. The other thing that I admire so much in other people, and I would love to be more like this, and I'm working on it, and that's being more thoughtful. My sister is a very thoughtful person. I want to try and be more like her. And so when I look out at each of you today on this great day of celebration, and I think about the journey that each of you have before you, I will leave you with one question, and one question only. Who do you want to become?
Thank you very much, Nonie, for your inspiring address and sharing those powerful human experiences with us. Through your professional achievements and public service, you have shone a light on homelessness in Chicago, the US, and around the world. I hope the work that you've done in Chicago will enable cities like ours to reduce and eventually eradicate homelessness. Distinguished guests, graduating students, please join me once again in congratulating Western's newest Honorary Doctor of Laws, Dr. Nonie Brennan. Graduating students, now it is your moment. Will the candidates for degrees, diplomas, and certificates please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I'm very much honored to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed their academic programs at Western. I ask you to admit them to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates for which they have been recommended by the Senate of our university.
Under the authority vested in me by the Senate, you will be admitted to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates as shall be announced by the public orators.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Will the candidates please be seated? Mr. Chancellor, graduating students, colleagues, and distinguished guests. Convocation is the single most important time of celebration in the life of the university. Today, we honor those graduating students who, through determination, hard work, and intelligence, have met the demanding standards of a Western degree. Western's affiliated colleges, Brescia University College, Huron University College, and King's University College, bring a special dimension to the undergraduate experience at Western. They provide a liberal arts college community environment within the context of a major research university. Their faculty and students have access to all the resources that a university the scale of Western can provide, while enabling them to sustain the academic and social community fostered by their own distinct identities. Today is also a proud day for all of us associated with Western, including our Board of Governors and Senate, our faculty, our staff, and our friends in the community. It is wonderful to see so many members of our community of learning who have taken the time to join us and celebrate this important day in the lives of our graduates and the life of the university. Today, those of you crossing the platform join a special group known as Western Alumni that numbers more than 290,000 alumni living in 150 different countries around the world. Today, you'll become members of our Alumni Association with access to this vast network of fellow graduates from this university. Western's Board of Governors is charged with responsibility for the overall governance of this institution. Today, we have with us Ms. Kathleen Kwan, the newly appointed University Secretary representing our Board of Governors, and I'd ask her to please stand and be recognized. I would also like to acknowledge and thank the parents, spouses, partners, children, relatives, and friends of our graduates who are here today. This celebration simply would not have been possible without your loving support. I ask that our graduating class rise once again, turn around, face your family and friends, and give them a warm round of applause for supporting your journey. Now we'll proceed with the granting of the degrees and diplomas and certificates. Before we do so, I have two special requests for those of you in the audience. First, as a courtesy to all our graduates and their families and friends, please hold your applause and other forms of expressions of joy until the public orators have signaled when applause is appropriate throughout the ceremony. What it does is it ensures that each graduate's name will be heard. As you can appreciate, each graduate is very special, and this is a special occasion. I ask for your cooperation. Second, we know that photographs are important for our graduates, their family, and friends. As you heard before the ceremony began, we are pleased to provide each graduate with a photograph of this special occasion. Therefore, we ask that you remain at your seats throughout the ceremony, and of course, feel free to take pictures from there. I now call on the public orators to introduce the candidates for degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate for the degree Doctor of Musical Arts, Stéphanie Gouin. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Laws: Lina Maria Hernandez Constantin, Anais Na Muzima, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Music: Gillian Ina Clark, Laura Elizabeth Benjamins, Catherine Jean Dockstader, Elizabeth Lucas, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Science in Foods and Nutrition: Tess Coutu, Amanda Jill Dufault. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the School of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies for the degree Master of Social Work: Kristin Marie Anderson, Rebecca Chantel Churchill, Adrian Comeau. Bridget Patrice Coe, Robin Deston, Catherine Dermer, Rebecca Donati, Brianna Dockstader, Ashley Claire Elsey, Samantha Jean Gordon, Cynthia Louise Harrison, Erica Herlovich, Michelle Hodgson, Kylie Katz, Arlene Kerr-Martin, Natasha Kukolj, Tanya Laura Lajambe, Nicole Madigan, ladies and gentlemen, in case there's a mystery about when we theoretically applaud and when we don't, the idea is that at the end of every degree group, that is when you get to the next bit of purple writing in the program, that's the end of the group and that's when we applaud. That's the idea, anyway. Megan Leigh McLaughlin, Nathan Richard Meidinger, Jesse Minns, Taylor Marie Aubry, Petra Alexandra Popescu Moody, Samantha Riley, Tonya Marie Salomons, Angela Savory, Nicolette Lisa Schwartz, Maria Sindikakis, Melissa Spivak, Alexandria Truax, Patrick Turcotte, Lauren Uher, Kaylee Brianne Woods, Carling Evans Wright,
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Studies in Laws. Paul Hansen, Lori Lee Heyman, Darinka Tomic, Rosemarie Lynn Ubel, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from Brescia University College for the degree Bachelor of Arts Honors Programs. Aishaki Providence, Yara Al-Shareri, Nicole Tara Waisglass, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, Human Ecology Honors Program. Jamie Arts. Delaney Zettler. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Management and Organizational Studies Honors Program. Sydney Alana Silverberg. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Foods and Nutrition Honors Program. Rachel Madeline Countryman, Erin Marie D'Souza, Nicole Elizabeth Hollis. Felicia Elizabeth Hervatin, Olivia Petrozella, Deanna Carolina Volace. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts. Tamara Mamo-Hansing, Kyla Souza. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Foods and Nutrition 4-year program. Cindy Yan Ying Yi. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts 4-year program. Alexandra Bejanaru, Maisam Nadim Chams, Suraya Hassan. Janine Jizrawi, Helen Piper, Joe San Chen, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, Human Ecology 4-year program. Valerie Huang, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Management and Organizational Studies. Laura Abigail Valad. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the Bachelor of Science 4-year program. Allison Reed Kincaid. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts 4-year program, Human Ecology. Madison Smith. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from Huron University College for the degree Bachelor of Arts honors programs. Mike Cook, Lindsay Taylor Lockwood, Alexander Hawk Maliner,
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Management and Organizational Studies honors program. Edward Aslani, Connor Berg, Hong Shin Wei. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts 4-year program. Nazra Al-Toki, Andrew Cannon, Yifei Gao. Philip Christian de Jaeger, Amir Isa, Saba Panjwani. Paul Alexander Kerrigan, Anthony John Kerrigan, Samuel Noah Robbins. Chanel Sethi, Amber Warris. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Management and Organizational Studies. Ariel Kotler, Cameron Joseph McDonald. Sarah Hale, Nabit Amir Suleiman. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts. Jordan Bonal, Fawn Tain, Jennifer Chung, Sabrina Grand. Bing Chen, Go. Diraj Hemrajani, Brooke Hollander. Abigail Kadar. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts Honors Programs. Amal Mohammed Bobe, Cassandra Marie Blakey, Shane Clark. Kaylin Marion Nelcha Edens. Taylor Edie. Tyler James Edmiston. Liam Donald Gillis. Angie Lee Harding. Ashley Sabrina Hoagie. Sydney Lynn Holmes. Benjamin Joseph Lurch. Kayla McClinchy. Cameron Graham Mueller. Riley Daniel Pope. Ahmad Hamed Rasuli. Claudia Reed. Jared Scrimger. Mark Daniel Shelvach. Alexandria Seuss. Leah Catherine Walsh. Danielle Elizabeth White. Brian Williams. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Management and Organizational Studies, Honors Program. Holly Angela Kenny. Jacob Solomon Sahadio. Andrew James Silva Camarina. Ruta Tawari. Matthew James Wiseman. Mr. Chancellor, the following is a single candidate for the degree Bachelor of Social Work, Honors. Emma Kate Ferguson. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts 4-year program. Khadija Abuari, Ali Al-Wahami, Mohammed Omar Al-Jujwa. Shaw Beno, Mario Emerson Cabrera Torres, Kitty Ji Zheng Chan. Alan Chu, Jordan William Cole, Scarlett Kathleen Davidson. Hector Arnaldo de la Rosa Gonzalez. Jeremy Joy de Lumen. Christopher de Mello.
Ladies and gentlemen, we very much understand your enthusiasm. However, each graduate only gets one chance to hear their names spoken clearly, and so we'd ask your cooperation together so that we give them that chance. Thank you.
Constance Alexandra Grace Francis. Amani Hamadi. Safia Eid Hamato. Kendra Ann Haskell. Leanna Kathleen Johnston. Lisa Brianne Johnston. Mariam Khan, Sujoy Khanna, Emerson Elwood Krebs, Boyu Lee, Brittany Lee Landry, Stefan Elliott Lazar, Kaiwei Li, Xiaoyu Lin, Jin Liu, Stephen Ross McLean, Laura Catherine Mastrandrea, Paige Elizabeth Matatal, Ariane Mehta, Gabriela Mihea, Ibrahim Mohammed Al Salia, Lakeisha Ann Moore, Hannah Morris Patterson, Nicola Nikolov, Yelena Pekanak, Tina Pham, Sultan Ahmed Mikil Kazi, Alexandria Olivia Emmeline Richards, Nikki Reem, Babu Bhaskar Sajeev, Tevis Spence, Yijia Sun, Jeffrey Ciarto, Malet Tadeli Tsigai, Kadir Turkman, Tobin Valcour, Daniel Dale Verhagen, Yu Quan Wan, Danyu Wang, Xin Yang. This is Reed William Marchand, posthumously awarded, presented by his parents, Greg and Denise. Ahmed Zaka. I'll repeat, Ahmed Zaka.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Management and Organizational Studies: Allison Berry, Shauna Clark, Michael Peter Davidowski. Marco Anthony Fotia, Justin Lamb, Andrew James Lane. Jingpei Li, Alexander Edward Camarina Machado, John Lee Nguyen. Salem Sukan, Madison Leanne Taylor, Carly Williams. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts: Ali Al-Kadimi, James Patrick Atkinson, Brett Butchert. Leslie Callahan, Alexandra Bridget Chin, Alexandra Coleman. Nicole Davidson, Elizabeth Oreen Fulton, Nicole Louise Gonzalez. Monica Guerrero, Nicholas Harper, Priyanka Indrakumar. Jeffrey Leatham, Jacob Malt, Margaret Martin. Yuhan Mu, Anna Oliveira, Nicole Onley. Joshua Randall, Rachel Sleggers, Mike Wright. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the Faculty of Health Sciences for the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences Honors Program. Andrew Anjamandua, Nazreen Altuki, Sahen Devasnathan, Catherine Dunn, Emily Marie Dunning, Amarjot Kaur Gill, Pavitha Kamalraj, Alicia Sarah Kane, Stephanie Malar, Himasi Marasing, Keelan McGoey, Erin Olivia Reeser, Christine Tran, Muwanda David Shabungo, Christine Yee, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences four-year program. Alexis Rachel Andrew, Adrian Ferreira, Emily Johnson. Jameen Lee, Jitong Lee, Maria Quiroz, Sarah Smirtka, Tristan Oliver Stapleforth, Jared Warren, Edward Pepra, Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, Honors Kinesiology. Jamie Marie Downey, Allison Mary Forrest, Delphina Gagliardi, Robin Brooke Grunberg, Julia Saima Grundy, Caitlin Marie Inalsing, Abby Jeroff, Sarah Alexandra Mace, Shi Min Song, Alan Swo Wu.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honors Kinesiology. Sean Austin Candler. Justin Taylor Foy. Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate for the degree Bachelor of Arts, 4-year program, Kinesiology. Connor Sean Hodgins DuPont. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, Kinesiology. Sarah Catherine McPherson. Melanie Popovich. Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate for the Diploma in Clinical Trials Management. Fatma Al-Kawaji. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the Diploma in Occupational Health and Safety Management. Jamal Cyprian Hubert Sylvester Alexander. Miseret Keiko Gieses. Damia Mubemsembom. Sonia Rivest. Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate for the Diploma in Pedorthics. Gabriel Zimmerman. Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate from the Don Wright Faculty of Music for the degree Bachelor of Music Honors Programs. Juliana De Francesco. Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate for the degree Bachelor of Arts, 4-year program, Matthew Rosen. Mr. Chancellor, the following is a candidate for the degree Bachelor of Arts, Music, Megan Hong Yu Shi Witterick.
In the name of the Senate, I grant to the Registrar the authority to confer degrees, diplomas, and certificates to those candidates whose names appear in the official program but who are not present today. Immediately following this ceremony, each of you, along with your friends and members of your family, are invited to attend a reception in your honor hosted by the Alumni Association, where each graduate will be bestowed their class pin. It will be held in the Great Hall, Somerville House. Before closing Convocation, I wish to express my appreciation to all who have contributed to the success of the day. In particular, and on your behalf as well, I want to thank the University of Western Ontario Convocation Brass for their magnificent performance and their director, Professor James Mackay. May I request that the audience remain at their seats while the academic procession leaves the hall. Convocation is now adjourned.